So thank you for all joining the first, oh my gosh, Mind Over Clutter Zoom class. And this workshop today, as you know, is all about how to create your own vision board. Now, I used to do vision boards and personal goal setting when I used to work in the city. And it was only until I left the city that I realised how important they were. Obviously, for the business, it was fantastic. It kept me working towards what my managers and the business wanted, but never really for my own personal development. So today we're going to work through how you can change that for yourself, especially with 2021. We've had, a very uncertain year last year. And I do get asked all the time, how do you stay so positive? What drives you? What keeps you focused? And it has been my vision board. So I'm going to start off by showing you my vision board, which is behind me at the moment. I will be bringing it closer in shot later on, in the presentation. But I keep my vision board on here. It's like a pin board, and it's in my office. But not everyone has the space and not everyone has an office. So I would start to think about where you would want to put something up, where you'd want to put this particular board up. So whether it's inside a cupboard, have you a space on a wall, somewhere that you're going to be able to see it every day. But if you don't want it in shot for everybody else, then yeah, have a think about somewhere realistic, because that's really important where you're going to place this. Okay, I'm going to talk about now, here we go, how we set the goals and everything. So you've got your pen and paper. Now, whenever I start to plan my goals for the year, okay, it's always thinking about creating the list of achievements. So what do you want to achieve? So we're just going to put a slide up quickly. Okay, so this is probably, I should have gone through this a bit earlier, sorry. So this is what to expect in today's workshop, which is what is a vision board? How do you use it? How to make your own vision a reality, and obviously the Q&A with 5 guests at the end. So you've got your pen and paper, and what I want you to do now is to create a list of the goals you would like to achieve this year. Now, that may seem fairly daunting, but when you break it down, it makes it quite easy. So things like a holiday destination, maybe a new hobby, or learn something new. Think about business goals. If this is going to be a vision board for your business, where do you want to take it? What tools do you need to take it to the next level? Do I need to go on any training courses? Personal goals, looking at yourself and thinking, do I want to exercise more? What do I want to change? Certain ways I'm cooking. For me, last year taught me a lot about cooking because I used to love cooking, but I never had the time. Well, guess what? Last year gave me the time to do a lot more cooking, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm saving money. I love planning my food shops and my weekly dinners. So this has definitely been something that I could tick off my vision board because I achieved it. Also, there's family goals. With a lot of us now being at home, or some of us not seeing our families, now is a time to make a plan of how we can see them that bit more. So do I need to schedule in more time? Do I want to arrange more family evenings, virtual family evenings, because I'm missing family? These are the things that we can turn into a positive, instead of sitting there and thinking, oh, I can't see my grandchildren, or I can't see my mum and dad. Well, you can make the difference. So that is something definitely to write down. The next thing, step 2, is to collect a bundle of magazines or newspapers. Old pictures, photos, even cards. I'll show you later on my vision board. Anything that makes you smile, or something, a word that resonates with you, is definitely going to help you. And I'll come to that later. Just bear with me. Now, the next one is making the collage. So the collage is the fun bit. So this is the bit where you're putting everything together. So you've cut out, you've got, you know, pictures and images and words and things like that all over. But it's really important to take your time doing this. Now, some people will just write a vision board on a piece of paper with no images, no cutouts, and that's absolutely fine because it's your vision. Okay, remember that. Don't, again, look at others and see what everyone else is doing. Whatever I've done works for me, but you do you. Okay, that's so important. And now I'm going to show you the next slide, which is about your motivational affirmations. Now, this is a really big part to a vision board, and I think it helps keep on keeping on, and it's something that I say a lot. But the words that you choose will represent how you want to feel, and that is so important. So here we've got, what words of encouragement and inspire and motivate you to carry on? So have a think about that. You might want to definitely write this one down. What words of encouragement inspire and motivate you to carry on? So for me, you know, I've got words, for example, believe in yourself. I'm a limited edition. Impress myself, which sometimes I think it's very hard for us to, you know, I don't often look in the mirror, but it's not about visually what I look like, but I want to impress who I like myself. I want to be proud of me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm doing everything that I'm doing is for me, and obviously will obviously help everyone else in my family. But you know, you've got to think about what you want to achieve. What is the biggest thing, the words that are going to move you forward in 2021? So we've got some other little slides, bear with me. So here's another one: expect nothing and appreciate everything. This is something I learned mid last year. I didn't have very high expectations anyway, but I learned that this was a really important phrase for me and a big affirmation. And I think being grateful and appreciating what we have, even the smallest things, made me happy. So that's a really good one. Here we have another one, which is accept what is, let go of what was, believe in what will be. How many of you have heard relatives saying what will be will be? It's so true to a degree. But if you believe in that, then it will be, if that makes sense. So these are the sorts of words I'm just trying to, I guess, put out there to you all, just to really see if this is your kind of, means something really. Okay, so the next one is be kind to you and everyone around you. So again, as something, you know, a lot of people have learned through last year is kindness. You know, outside with our neighbours, clapping, seeing if people need help. Your vision is mainly about you, but it is also about who you want to be. So if there's something that you haven't been doing and, you know, you've experienced something and thought, actually, that feels really nice to help or to give or to be kind, then set that out as a vision for you to carry on. And this one, I love it. Believe in yourself, you can do it. So again, once we believe in ourselves, it's a confidence thing, and I appreciate that takes time and strength to build, but everyone is capable of doing anything they put their mind to. So I think with 2021 and how we guide ourselves into the year, I think it's a really important message, that you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Just got to go for it. Okay, so now I'm going to go through my vision board. Okay, now this vision board is obviously for this year. Okay, so can everyone see it? If you give me a thumbs up, that would be great. Brilliant. So this is on a pin board. Now you can use an A3 card. You can use, you know, any type of pin board. I have seen people do vision boards on frames. So they've basically taken the frame, you know, you've got the mount, they'll put everything in, put the mount back on, the glass, and it's already done and it's all secure. So I quite like that too. But this goes in my office. And here, this is quite personal for me. So there's a couple of quotes. There was a birthday card that I really loved, and I put it on there, and I wrote some things on there. I thought also, you know, relevance about being happy, because not every day I feel happy. You know, I feel quite sad when I'm not seeing my friends and my family. So sometimes it's just a little gentle reminder to smile, which is also really important. Oh my gosh, who remembers Big, the film? So I went and I got a Salter reading, and it's so good. So this is on here. This was done about 4 years ago. This goes on every mood board, and it's quite personal what it says, and it's so true, and it really, really is. I feel like it's a lucky charm for me. So again, if they've got anything that is a luck, any kind of luck, put it on there, okay? Because it's only going to do wonders for you. Now, if anyone's read The Secret, there is the law of attraction. It says about writing yourself a check. Well, I don't write myself a check each year, but what I do is I write a certain amount of money I would like to earn. Realistically, I would love to earn. So this is kind of breaking down month by month. Realistically, how can I make, you know, if not necessarily that money is important for you, but if you want to increase your salary, or if you want to maintain a salary, put it on here, okay? It's not vulgar. It's something to work towards. It also opens up a lot of ideas, especially if you're self-employed and you want to take your business to the next level. There's nothing wrong with aiming for, you know, an amount or certain achievements. So I have an amount on here. Obviously, I've got my little phrase. I've got here, holidays. Who's looking forward to a holiday this year? I mean, I'd be happy with, you know, go to the beach huts again this year if we have to. But I am really looking forward to a holiday, and, you know, hiring a villa or something. So that is on there. So the reason it's on there is because I want to make it happen, but also I'm going to start saving for that to happen. At the moment, we're in kind of a limbo. I'm not really going to stand for that limbo, so I'm going to move forward, and this is what I want to achieve. So it makes me set up a direct debit to start saving up money. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. And then I've also got my label here, my name card. And then here in the middle is the most important thing. So this is my vision. And if you can have a look, I do it kind of like a bubble. So it's a bit like a spidergram. And with vision boards, a lot of vision boards are done this way. So you can either put 2021 in the middle, you could put your name, your family, your business name, and then just spider off that. So let's have a little look what's on here. In fact, I'm going to pin it off and read it out to you. Let's see if that stays up there. This is the joys of Zooms. That'll go crash bang wallop in a minute. There's also another little note on there that says, you have a nice smile. So something I said earlier, I don't often look in the mirror. I don't know why, I just don't. But I always am told you've got a really lovely smile. And I think it's something really nice to believe in. So if someone does compliment you on something and you go, oh, stop it. Firstly, accept that compliment and say thank you. So start saying thank you a little bit more, but write it down and put it up. If someone says you've got really nice hair, write it down and put it on your vision board. I've got nice hair. I know that this sounds bonkers and you're kind of raising yourself up, but why not? Because when you're feeling or you're having one of those wobble days, if you look at that board and it goes, oh, I've got a nice smile, apparently, that will make you feel good, and also it will make you smile. So that's another really good tip. That's from me, really. That's something that I like to do. So my vision for 2021, well, obviously it's for us all to be safe and healthy, main one. But I've got on here, obviously here, online courses. So this one is obviously my first. There's going to be obviously loads of teething problems. I think it's going okay, but I've got loads of brilliant plans for the year. And it's something I've wanted to do and share with you all. So, and it's nice to see people as well. I really like it. Merchandise, I've got plans for merchandise for myself. So these are all the things that I want to do with my business. There's a YouTube series coming. There's obviously things I'm adding to my website, all very exciting. Then we move on to the home. So now I've got things that I want to do in the house. So for example, I want to decorate our front room. I would love to convert our garage. But I'm going to put it on there because every time I think to go, oh, we've got a bit of good news, or actually I've saved up a little bit of money, maybe this is the time to actually invest in it, or maybe pushes me to look into that direction. Do you see where I'm saying what a vision board is going to push you? Save and invest more. Now, that's a really good one, because for me, my mindset already is thinking, well, I'm not really traveling much. I'm not spending so much on petrol. I'm not getting lunches. I'm definitely not spending lots on eating out in restaurants. I should really be saving. I know that some of us are, experiencing, have experienced issues with work, reduced salaries, which means reduced hours. But try and turn this into a positive and think, obviously, one message is going to be very difficult to put out to all of you. But for me, saving up a certain amount is going to be easier for me because I'm not spending that excess, if you get what I'm saying. So it's just that thought process. And obviously travel, I can't wait to travel again. I feel like I'm going to be on some kind of world tour as soon as we're allowed to get on a plane and go somewhere sunny. I'm just going to be like, bye, kids, bye, husband, off. But I do, obviously I need to have the funds for that, and I want to work hard for that. So this is what your vision is all about. It is just to pick you up and take you forward and to guide you through the year. So the spidergram is a really, really important part of the vision board. Okay, right, let's go back to, I've got some more notes for you. Sorry, I think I've whizzed through this so fast. I've been like whiz. So we're going to have lots of questions, I think. So back to the wobbly days. We're all human. I have wobbly days. I have days where I do come on social media and I talk about them because I think it's really important that everyone knows that, we're just all real human beings and we're all feeling it, and it's okay to feel them. But what I can't stress enough is this vision board takes me somewhere and drives me and motivates me to go, yes, I want that. Or this is a reason why I did this in January, because I want to change, or I want to excel, or I want to do better. They're the words really that you really need to think about. Rewind to goal setting. Goal setting is really more about personal development. So it's kind of like, they call it PDP. So it's your personal development plan. And we all have things that we want to better ourselves with. So you could put a section on your vision board of your goals. So your goal setting. Now, normally in the business, you'd have someone kind of saying, well done, you've done this, you've done this. So maybe involve your partner or a friend. and ask them maybe 3 months, 6 months down the line, saying, look, I wanted to do this, this, and this. What do you think? Do you think I'm doing it? Do you think I'm doing, what could I do better? Don't be afraid of criticism. Don't be afraid of feedback as well, because you can take it good and bad in the most positive way. I remember when I first got my first meeting with my manager, and they told me all these things I had to develop on. And I came out of there and I thought, gosh, I'm obviously rubbish. I'm not very good at doing this. Why have they said that? But the reason they told me that is because they knew I was capable of doing it. And it pushed me further to not only prove to them, but to myself that I could do that. So on your vision board, if you do want to have a goals section, then put like a small area or big area, it doesn't matter, depends on you, and just pin it into the corner. If it means something to you, then that's so important. That's super important. So I think that's it. Any questions? I think we're going to go to questions, because I think I'll be able to answer a lot more and I'd love to hear from you all as well. So how are we going to manage this? Should we just all unmute? Should we just all unmute for the moment and just wave if you're going to talk? Okay, look, Pam Williams, here we go. Pam Williams.
Oh, I waved before the bit where you said, if you want to talk. Anyway, I'm here now. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, I've always been into goal setting anyway. It's part of my job, and I think it's a really good mindset. The difficulty is sticking to that and not knocking yourself about for not reaching the goals, which I've done before. So I think for me today was to get me back on track, because I haven't done it for a couple of years. I've just sort of floated and kept going. So yeah, I'm quite excited about doing it again, really, because I know it's going to be good. And I think that in the past I've not been realistic enough. So
I think sometimes we set ourselves up too high in terms of what we need to achieve, and I think reducing that high expectation and lowering it, it is so good. The simplest thing on there, be happy. I mean, that a lot of us want that at the moment, don't we? Because we wake up in the morning, we look out, we see grey, we look out, we can't see anyone, we just want to be happy, but we find happiness in so many different ways. So sometimes taking it back to basics will really, really help. I think if you've got the goals experience, then you should definitely implement that onto your vision board. And I think you should definitely have those kind of an area to put what you want to achieve, as well as realistic visions for your year.
I think, like you said, the last 9-10 months has taught us a lot, hasn't it? So it's about revisiting some of that and be more appreciative of the little things. Like you said, I've learned baking. My God, I never did it, but now I can make a cake.
And now you can make, but did you try banana bread?
That's one I didn't. I know, but no, it's just having the time, isn't it?
It is, and that's something I think, whether it's back to basics, back to nature, whatever it is, I think it's taught us all as a human race, really, that we needed to slow down a little bit and appreciate the small things and be grateful for everything around us. So even if your expectation of 2021 is a little bit, who knows, because no one knows, put some things on there that just still will motivate you. And even another really good one actually is, even if you get to the end of this year and go, well, do you know what? I didn't get to go on holiday, or I didn't get to do that. You can still carry that over to another vision for next year, because sometimes these things are out of our control. Like last year, everything was out of our control. We couldn't control anything, even if we wanted to, in terms of reality. Okay, we couldn't, like now, we can't really go out round to our friends' homes. We can't, go into museums. We can't, there's so many can'ts. We'll make sure that you can do certain things for yourself. And that is, at the moment, is self-care. It's massive. And putting things into place. So putting plans into place to go, actually, I would really like to achieve this year without any big expectations. So yeah, I hope that's all helpful. Has anyone else got a question? Oh, here we go. So what have we got? We've got, is it Williams?
No, that's my surname. It's Margaret. I just wanted to thank you for all your content, Nicola, this year.
Oh, thank you. That is so nice to hear. Do you know what? I think also, as someone that comes on social media, and obviously it's just myself, I work for myself, I do miss working for teams of people and mixing with people, and it's really nice to get feedback. I am changing things up a little bit. There's a lot more things I want to introduce for This Girl Can Organise. But as you can imagine, organising all aspects of everything is massive. So I get so many messages and I'm like, oh, I don't know where to start. What does everyone want? So that's something I'm working towards. But thank you so much for that. That's really nice to hear.
No, I put lipstick on for you. I haven't worn lipstick in 10 months. But I was like, I better make an effort. Put some colour on.
Yes, and you look fantastic too. And I bet you're going to just feel fantastic all day. Anyone else feel it when you put on a little bit, or you just do a little blow dry? Because honestly, I've just done a workout this morning and I thought, should I just put a hairband on? And I thought, gosh, I might scare them all. But also at the same time, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. You know, whether you put a lipstick on and feel fantastic, or you tie your hair up and put on a top, or you put on a dress that you haven't worn in a little while, do it. Just do it. So, oh, you look fantastic, Margaret. You look amazing. So anyone else got any questions they'd like to ask for? Oh, here we go, Kelly. Hello.
Hi, so I'm a relatively new follower of yours.
Welcome.
I came up on my Instagram and I thought, I saw the word organise and was like, this is right up my street.
Where have you been?
So one of the things I want to put on my vision board this year is trying to get organised. I've got 2 children. So
how old are they?
I've got a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Son who's made his way into my room now. There we go. A 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. And one of the things that I've found is that just the stuff. There's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And I find that it gives me a cluttered mind. So I feel like I can't do, or make excuses to not do the things that I really enjoy, because I think, well, I've got all of this to sort out and I've got all of that.
So go on, sorry.
I was just, so that's one of my sort of visions for this year, or my goals, which I'll be putting up on my board. But the question that I had for you actually was more around, I think it's something that I would like to get, my daughter's too young, but I'd like to get my son to do, so to come up with his own vision board.
Yep.
What would you recommend I do to get him on board with doing something like that?
So this is a brilliant question, okay, and I'm glad you answered it, because I used to do vision boards, and my eldest teen still likes to do them, but it's a lot more reduced now. But with children, it's really fun for you to do this. And I used to do this with them when they were a lot younger. So for kids' visions, so we're going to go with that one first. I think what's important for them, this is like another life skill. So this is kind of for them looking at what makes them happy. And I think that is the question in the middle that you put. What makes you happy? And ask your kids that question. Also ask your kids, what do they like to do with mummy and daddy, or what is fun? So it's basic terms, okay, but you will get an honest answer, because it's a child basically. And they also will tell you what they don't like. And I think that's another really important question to ask your kids as well. What don't you like? So every time I've brought that up, my kids will say, we don't like it when you and daddy like fight or argue, which is a bit like, oh God, failed as a parent, that's it, right off, complete. But it is normal to have arguments and bicker and things, this, that, the other, but it's important to reassure them that that is normal, and you make up in front of your kids. That's something that I think is important, and I think it's nice for the children to see. But going back to their own vision, when they're little, it is about the fun. When they start getting to teens and things, I've also been, I also encourage the girls to do what they love. So that's another one to put in the middle, is do what you love, because at a teenage, it's so impressionable. They are, there's so many things. They're going to school, you know, they're doing all these lessons, not necessarily, I mean, I've got 2 children that are both dyslexic, and school is hard, you know, academia, sorry, I can't even say it myself. Being academic is a challenge, okay? It's not to say that they are silly, they try, they work hard, but they are both super creative, and that is amazing. So focus on the things that they enjoy. Is it painting? Is it makeup? Brilliant. So it's those sort of things, and guiding them, and what that will do is it will encourage them more into that field of enjoyment. So that is their vision, basically.
Lovely, thank you.
Back to you with the toys and stuff. So it is hard. I think the one thing I'm going to say to you is, at this age, it's normal, okay? So I would say from when they're babies up until maybe 6 or 7, maybe 8, everything's massive, it's big, it's plastic, and you're like, where does it all go? Especially like garden toys and stuff. So you buy toys for them to play, and then you think, oh gosh, we need storage now for them to put it away so we can enjoy. Depending on seeing your home, obviously, what I would do is create homes for all these items. That's the first thing you want to do. Like for me, what was really important growing up with the 2 little ones was having my husband and I having a space together with no toys. So we always made sure our lounge was, you know, a toy-free zone in the evening. In the day, they had their toys, they were playing, They all went into bags, or they went into trunks that were in the room or in their bedrooms, and then it was all away. We don't have a playroom. We didn't have a playroom. I always think also of the mindset that whenever I buy stuff, I always think, where's it going to go? That's why I stress at Christmas and birthdays, because I'm like, I have no control of what's coming into my house. So I'm like that. And so that's when it becomes a challenge. So I think what is good is recycling your toys. So putting them into bags or boxes, if you've got a garage or a loft or a space behind your wardrobes, on the top of your wardrobes, putting them in there and rotating the toys, that will give you a bit of space, and also it's a bit of variation for the child too.
Thank you. I had to mute because they were going mad on the landing.
That's good. That's fine. I know. Any other questions regarding vision boards? Surely there's got to be some more. Let's have a little look. So oh, this is the second page. Sorry, because I didn't see. Shall I mute everyone? Okay, so when it comes to doing your vision board, obviously you've now got the next couple of days to do and build this vision board. What I want to know is, I'd love to see all your vision boards. You don't have to share them on social media, by the way, if you don't want to, because they are personal. But even if you are building your vision board, I would love to, or send me a direct message of once you've done it. It'd be so lovely to see. But what I want to know is what are the top things that you're going to be reaching out for? So what are the top things that for you for 2021? What materials are you going to be looking into to get your information from to build this vision board?
I'm going to go for Pinterest as one of my go-to places.
Brilliant. Who's talking? Because I can't.
Oh, it's Kelly. Sorry.
Oh, it's Kelly. Right, brilliant. Yeah, so brilliant. Pinterest is an amazing, amazing place to go and look and get some inspiration. Brilliant. Anyone else? Have you got anyone else got magazines, newspapers? Are you going to be sifting through those yet?
Yeah, brilliant. I've got a pile of magazines ready to go.
Yeah. And a good way to use them up as well, right? Because if you do get magazine subscriptions, it's a great way to go through them. Another really good tip, actually, I'm going to give you a little few organising tips here. With magazines, if you still do like, you know, holding a magazine and going, and there's articles in there or recipes or whatever, get yourself a plastic like wallet or folder and go through them and pull them out and put them into that folder, and either call that folder my faves or recipes or fashion inspo or whatever it is, gardening tips and stuff. And then when you sift through that, they're all your faves in there, and that means you can recycle that magazine, so you've not got the bulkiness. We've got a question, Marilyn.
No, I'm just going to say that I used to do that, and call it my therapy box.
Oh, that is amazing.
So every time I felt a bit down, I used to just call it, go to my therapy box and go through everything in the box. And there was garden stuff, there were recipes, makeup, exercise, and I gradually sort of sifted through. As the years went by, things became old and out of date, and I replenished them with other things from magazines. Yeah. But I've reduced it quite considerably now, and I've just got recipes and garden stuff, which are my hobbies.
But things that make you smile as well, when you look forward to, you know, revisiting all the time, which I think is marvellous. That's right. A lovely idea.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
That's lovely. Thank you for sharing that. That is amazing. Anyone else got any inspiration where they're going to be heading towards for their visions? Or does anyone want to tell me, you know, some of their visions or some affirmations that mean something to them?
My camera's a bit strange. I think for me, is obviously Instagram as well is a great place to look for inspirations. In fact, I've seen a couple of my friends have done vision boards and put them on Instagram, and I've looked at them for years, and I thought, I don't want to do one, they don't work. But actually this year, as you said, 2020 has taught us a lot of things, and you know, I think as well it's taught you that you don't have to settle. You know, for me, one of the things that's going on my vision board is a new job for 2021, but a new job where I can really I've got some job that I'd been in year 20 totally. I did get another job really quickly, but in the same sort of industry, and I took it because I needed a job. Yeah. And now I want a different job where I'm actually going to be happy doing what I'm doing and actually making a bit of a difference, rather than kind of going through the whole churn of working just to work. So that's going to be central on my vision board.
Perfect.
Is to find the job for me that's going to make me happy.
Brilliant. Because I think that is amazing, Linda, and massive clap there for you, because
thank you.
You realizing something that I can resonate with that so much, because I worked in investment banking for some time, and I guess the word is I did feel quite trapped. I did enjoy my job to a degree, but I knew it wasn't what was deep in here. And when I look back at photos during that period of time, you know, I feel like I look older, I look more conservative, which is obviously no problems, but my personality was not shining. It always got, you know, shunned upon, really. But I felt I couldn't leave because of the perks, the salary, and what would I do? But I think if you're in a similar situation where you're not necessarily loving what you're doing, and you know that there's something else out there for you, then a vision board is going to be amazing. And if I can be honest with you, my first year, 2017, is when I started This Girl Can Organise in April, and I started my vision board. And that first year, I think I earned more when I was 16 years old, okay, because I earned hardly anything, but I literally went out there. I got a little job in an estate agent's as a PA. I'd never been a PA. I just did it. But I knew that I believed in my business so much that I had to ensure that various bills were paid. I sold quite a lot of things, sold cars, sold bags, sold quite a lot of things, because I knew that I needed to get this off. So whatever it is, the vision board that I had was motivating me all the time. And it wasn't money, it was the name, it was rainbows, it was obviously the organising, it was doing what I've learned, basically what I've been taught by my mum and my nan, and being able to help others. And I think that just transformed the business, really. So I believe in you, and you will do that.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, it's the thing for me is I love people.
Yeah.
I mean, I can talk for England, and I love just kind of talking to people. And so somewhere that I'm going to be dealing with people, but you know, kind of without the pressure of big corporation going, you need to do this, you need to do this, and you know, just to be able to switch off. I mean, it's quite funny. I digress, but like I've had the last 2 weeks off work, and I've literally sat and done absolutely nothing, which I haven't done for 20 years. It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is nice. I mean, sometimes we feel guilty for sitting down, don't we? And stopping. I know that I did last year. I used to sit there and go, right, I'm going to watch a film. And then I'd be like, I'll have my notepad. And then I'd be like, check my phone. And I'd be doing all these things. And I wasn't stopping, just wasn't stopping. So it did take me time. And the guilt part really does come in. But when you realise how good it is for you, and actually stopping recharges you and it makes you think. So over Christmas, I was just having fun, doing silly stuff. And loads of ideas came to me. I was like, oh, and I think it's good. So I think you will probably come up with something, Linda, and you'll get inspired by something. Something will happen. And that's another thing also with having a vision board, is finding that inspiration, looking for it, having your eyes open for inspiration is really important in terms of in keeping in with your visions, basically, and success.
That's the plan. So, fingers crossed.
Cool. So do we have any more questions?
Nicola, just a quick one. I struggled to log into the session at the beginning. So I know that this is being recorded. Is there any way that I could get the first sort of 15 minutes? Yeah.
This is all being recorded. So I will, if you message me, I will make sure that you get a copy of that.
Lovely. Thank you. So, I feel like I missed all the important stuff.
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, it is obviously it is all going to be saved. So, and as I say, I hope this has all been okay. I think right at the beginning, I was like, so I think I've learned just to slow down a little bit for the next one. But as I say, I keep seeing all your faces and it's so nice. It's just really, really lovely. And this is exactly what I wanted, because I think for me doing, you know, a general course and just having it pre-filmed and putting it out there, I don't get this. Seeing all of you. So, and I think all of you also can see that there's other people who want help or in the same situation who want to, you know, create something great for 2020. So, and we're all in it together. Without singing that song, every time I say that word, I always think of High School Musical, and it's just like, no. But yeah, so that is great. If there's any more questions you've got for me, I'll wrap this up, I think.
It's been very useful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You, Marilyn.
Thank you.
It has. It's been great.
Yeah, thank you.
And hold on one second. There's one more to come up. I'm just working this out. And here we go. Ta-da! Oh gosh, have you been on the brightest Zoom lesson of your life? Oh, look here, this is brilliant. This is to end off. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Okay, so vision board should be filled with the words and images that inspire and motivate you to keep on keeping on. These are really important. My next workshop is going to be on the 1st of February, and it is how to declutter and store sentimental items. So this is a really, really top question I get asked all the time, and even when I'm with clients, it is a real kind of issue, I think. And let me work out how to just come back so I can see you all. How do I stop this? And hold on, bear with me. Right, so yeah, that's going to be exciting. 1st of February, I will be announcing it. It will be paid for sort of course, but I guarantee there'll be lots more content, and there'll be lots of fun, and there'll be lots of advice, and especially this particular topic, which, as I say, we all struggle with, really, on how we deal with. So yeah, stay tuned for advice on that. And all it leaves me to say, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for supporting This Girl Can Organise, and go and smash your visions and your goals this year.
Thanks
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.